Alright, what's up ladies and gents, it's CJ here and welcome back to a brand new video. Today we are going to be talking about the man himself, Boogie2988, and just everything that's been happening with him over the past couple of months. And so buckle up, it's gonna be quite the journey. So the first thing I want to talk about is the documentary about Boogie2988 that got released. Boogie approved it. And this documentary filmmaker, I think his name's like Michael something, he spent the better part of 8, 9, 10 months just filming Boogie and his life, basically.
I took women on vacations, and I took them out to fancy dinners, and I took them to Disneyland. And
now, I watched this entire documentary because, I was bored and just decided to watch a documentary about Boogie. And my main takeaway was why Boogie would approve this, because this doesn't make him look good. It makes him look really bad. So that was my main focusing point throughout this viewing. And the downfall of Boogie2988 might be one of the most well-documented downfalls of any YouTuber, because Boogie was doing YouTube back in the early days, early days, and he did skits and stuff, and he was just very well-respected, and he went from a well-respected, liked content creator who made good content to basically joke central, because it was really had manipulative tactics. He spent all of his YouTube money on stuff he didn't need, which in it he would state that he would never do, by the way. And then he just got caught. He didn't get caught. He released videos of him basically begging for money because he was basically flat out broke. And this documentary is it's very eye-opening, I guess you could say. And basically the catalyst of this downfall was Twitter and Reddit and people just saying stuff about him, and then he just it just all kind of went downhill from there. He was literally the Fred Rogers of YouTube, and then it's just so wild to think about, somebody who was at the top of his game, or top of the game, not just his game, the game, and now he's at the point he is right now. I'm gonna show one more clip from the Boogie documentary, and this just really enlightens what I'm trying to get at here.
it's not a revelation. I liked beautiful women. I like to hang out with beautiful women. Beautiful women. We all do. I never got to do that. The women I dated were pretty, sure, but they were Arkansas 8s, not LA 10s. With sugaring, I got some LA 10s, and I think that's cool. So I deserve to go to Disneyland with a beautiful girl, right? I deserve to go to New York and explore Times Square with a beautiful girl, right? I deserve that, and I want that, and I've never had it.
So this is another point I want to elaborate on. He feels because he was a successful content creator back in the day, that anything he wants, he believes he is entitled to, which doesn't really make much sense to me, because he was a successful creator, don't get me wrong, but it was why he became successful. He just made skits about him being fat and him chugging Mountain Dew. He had a character called Fat Francis. So by that logic, he believes that when he made the 50th video of him chugging Mountain Dew, he believes that he should be able to date these beautiful women, go to Disney World, just whatever he wants, he should get it. That just doesn't make much sense. And also this mindset of him wanting to have relations with all these beautiful women, it makes him seem like he believes that women are only objects to be treated in a romantic fashion, if you get what I'm saying.
She's definitely a little thicker than I necessarily would always go for, but there's nothing wrong with that. I'm a 48-year-old man. I never got to this. Let me a couple of models. Is that wrong?
Okay, so this is the main, I guess, one of the main bullet points that I'm trying to get here. Nobody is entitled to anything. You may think you're the coolest guy on the planet and that you deserve to have everything handed to you, but you don't. Nobody's entitled to anything. I'm not entitled to anything. You're not entitled to anything. Boogie isn't entitled to anything. You get what I'm saying? Like, Boogie's just absolutely redonkulous throughout this entire, like, documentary. And also, Boogie having no money to his name, spending it all on women, him not being able to stop himself from posting very private things about his life online for everybody to see, and for him to not stop himself from saying the most absurd stuff on live streams. He doesn't realize that this is all his fault. Like, that's just crazy to me. Like, how, after all this, how do you not even have the thought that maybe this might have been my fault? Like, what? You remember how I mentioned earlier how he would make skits and like jokes about being fat? Yeah, well, he has had a history of health problems in his life, and I realized he talks like he can't do anything about them. He was like, man, I really wish I took better care of my body. He's saying like he's already dead, like he's some kind of like apparition just speaking or whatever through, I don't know. But he's like, he still has time to like at least do something about it, because like he's like, what, 40? So knowing his health problems, he probably has like maybe 20 years left. But like, he can do something about it, and a lot can happen in 20 years. Okay, so this is the last clip I'm going to show from the documentary, but I thought that this was just so wacky, so bizarre, so absurd, so whatever other synonyms. And it's him, like, so one of the things that a lot of people have suggested to Boogie is that he gets another job, because obviously YouTube hasn't been working, so he decides to go to a job interview and just see if he could get a job in the workforce. And this clip, this is one of the unironically just hilarious clips I have ever seen. Like, I thought this was supposed to be like a joke, but no, this is a serious, like, real interview. So let's just roll it.
Don,
I'm Boogie, or Steve.
Okay, what do you prefer to be called?
Honestly, probably Steve. Let's go with Steve.
Okay, Steve, no problem. Whatever you prefer. And so you are here today because you are seeking employment.
Yeah. I did work at a small gaming store back in 2006, 2007. I am disabled, recognized by the state of Arkansas, but also the United States government. There's that. Now, the downside of that is I am extremely depressed. So there's some mental health issues that we bring to the table. And then physically, I am morbidly obese. I have no references, no work history, and no education. And when you Google my name, you might see rumors that I beat my ex-wife, and I'm also a pedophile. Should mention I'm also a felon.
You see what I mean? He conducted himself terribly in this interview. He basically intentionally sabotaged himself because he thought that a real like job in the workforce was beneath him because, oh, he has 4 million YouTube subscribers. But like, okay, I don't know how he hasn't noticed this, but his channel has not been doing well, and his reputation hasn't been doing well either. So I don't know why he hasn't figured this out yet.
Okay. What's the nature of your felony?
Aggravated assault.
How old is it?
About 2 years.
Okay. So I think there are some avenues you could explore. I definitely don't think it's impossible, but you have some challenges.
Yeah.
Lots of things in life are about your mindset, and you're using weight and disability. I can't. If that is the attitude that you're going to have when you approach everything, then you can't, and you won't.
I did work in the porn industry for the better part of 7 years, so I mean...
Be real with me. Do you really think it would be a good idea to go to a real interview and reference porn?
It depended on the job, I would think.
I just want to give mad props to the woman conducting this interview because she's just spitting straight facts. She's been saying what everybody's been saying, that he just has a terrible mentality of, I can't do this. Just basically giving up on everything. If, like she said, if you have that mindset, you're never going to accomplish anything. So like, I don't know, like, but this is just so, honestly just depressing because like, Boogie was such a good creator and now he's just at this point in his life. Like, it is just absolutely just insane. And Boogie thinks that his life is just gonna magically turn around if he just sits around and just waits. He just tells people like, oh, be sorry for me and give me money. He thinks that he's just gonna rapidly just go back into stardom like he was in his like glory days. Like, that's not how it works. You gotta actually work for it, show that you're deserving of all these appreciation and stuff. Like, it just doesn't, this is just so wacky and bizarre. It's just, like, his mindset is just demented, pretty much. Okay, now this is the last clip, I swear, I'm not gonna lie to you guys again, but this is a voice message that he leaves, the maker of this documentary. His name is Mike Klum, I believe his name is, and this is just, it makes me mad listening to this voice recording.
Violent crimes or sexual crimes have to be...
Hey, Mike. Listen, dude. I know we're making this documentary and everything, and I know you think I need to get a real job, but I just want to let you know I'm not going to. I'm not going to walk into some job when I have 4 million subscribers on YouTube. I'm one of the original YouTubers. What I'm going to do instead is go back to making content. Go lay down. Go lay down. Go lay down. Good job. Yeah, so, I mean, things aren't great. People are still mad at me on YouTube.
His ego is actually it's just so bad. He says that he doesn't need to get a job. He has 4 million subscribers. I don't think you understand how mad this made me, and a lot of other people too. I've seen a bunch of people talk about this. This is what my face looked like listening to that voice recording. Like, it is, his ego is just one of the worst I've ever seen in my life. And one of the points that the guy made in this video, or the documentary even, is that Boogie is a narcissist, and yep, I don't even gotta fact check it. I just know it's true, because, I mean, just like, look, rewind this video, listen to that voice recording, and tell me he's not a narcissist. Exactly, like, come on. Now, my last point is Boogie. If you ever, in the very, very low chance that you end up actually seeing this video, just listen to the points that me and a bunch of other creators are saying, so, like, because, like, trust me, it will help you in the long run. And that's about all I have for you guys today. If you did enjoy, leave a like, that'll be appreciated, and subscribe if you're new, and that's about it. Catch you later.